Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network, the Travel Insider. My name is Sofia Rattinger and joining me is financial analyst Elliot Bullman. Elliot, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Sofia. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great, and hello everybody. We've got great news coming up for you today, but before we start, remember to check out all our social networks, Facebook, Twitter and Google+. Remember to catch us daily on our website, mexiconewsnetwork.com, for relevant stories and news. Let's start with today's show.
Every year we see more and more people taking trips abroad or even exploring their own country. Traveling in general has grown, but why? Are people getting paid more? Are they getting more time off? Are they just more interested in traveling? Neither one of those.
The reality is that people are taking trips out of state and overseas because of technology. It's providing many advantages and amenities that make it easier and more practical for people to travel. A few decades ago, planning a holiday might have required a visit to your local travel agent. Or if you were feeling adventurous, you just relied on your trusted guidebook and word-of-mouth recommendations.
Thanks to technological advances and the World Wide Web, techie travelers are using smartphones and apps to translate words live on screen, give real-time transportation advice, locate themselves anywhere in the world, act as their boarding pass, book a dinner reservation, and even help them to find a cheap last-minute hotel room. Want to know if there is an artisan chocolatier close to your hotel in Amsterdam? Well, now you can in just seconds.
I mean, how handy is that? We could do anything, right?
Anything, yes.
So absolutely, mobile technology is changing the rules of the game for global tourism. Tourism's one of the world's largest industries, responsible for some $6 trillion in direct and indirect economic impacts. Focusrite estimates that the US mobile travel market could exceed $8 billion in value this year alone, suggesting a worldwide value larger than $10 billion. In terms of business impact, for example, Hilton Hotels and Resorts saw a $40 return on investment for every dollar spent on mobile. And Intercontinental Hotel Group reports that their monthly mobile revenue is at $10 million. British Airways has seen approximately 650,000 downloads of its app since July of 2010. And that's just talking about traditionally established businesses.
Yes, in the digital age, we have become a generation of DIY travelers who plan, manage, and book travel online. So what has this meant for businesses in travel industry?
Well, it's clear that a change is brewing. Smartphone ownership amongst adults in the United States had risen to an astounding 56% by 2013. The proliferation of smartphones and tablets in the United States and worldwide is a digital trend that impacts industries of all types as consumers increasingly rely on mobile apps for their purchasing decisions. The evolution of cloud, social media, mobility, and analytics are motivating the transition from an individual-centered economy to an everyone-to-everyone economy, characterized by hyper-connectedness and collaboration of consumers and organizations. In this integrated system, consumers and suppliers work together to create value.
A perfect example of this is Airbnb, a startup that completely disrupted the traditional hospitality industry and catapulted a very obscure facet, which is holiday property renting. Airbnb has become a popular means to book a room in someone's home at a lower rate than hotels. With over 60 million users worldwide, 54 of which are female, and with presence in 191 countries, I think we can agree that Airbnb has shaken the foundations of traditional hotels.
And in the process, it racked up a hefty $25 billion valuation for the company, besides the $2.4 billion worth of funding it's raised to date. We should also bear in mind that Airbnb is one of the strongest representatives of what we call shared economy. The popular home-sharing startup also released results of a survey it commissioned, which claimed that 74% of millennials have a favorable impression of the sharing economy. To speak millennial, you ought to be talking about the sharing economy because it's core and central to their economic future.
We also have TripAdvisor, one of the world's largest travel sites, offering advice from millions of travelers and a wide variety of travel choices and planning features with seamless link to booking tools that check hundreds of websites to find the best offers for you. It is organizations like this that enable and empower us users by allowing us to better inform and manage ourselves in our travel agendas, thus rendering the traditional travel agency obsolete.
With over 385 million reviews and opinions from travelers around the world, and more than 6.6 million businesses and properties in 135,000 destinations, TripAdvisor represents 110 million marketable members worldwide. On average, nearly 2,600 new topics are posted every day to the TripAdvisor forums, and more than 85% of questions posted to TripAdvisor's English-speaking forums are replied to by other travelers within 24 hours. These impressive stats have positioned TripAdvisor as a titan within this new technologically driven travel industry, especially for its mobility friendliness. Nearly 50% of users visited TripAdvisor via tablet and phone, and the company continues to see industry uptick and engagement on mobile devices.
One of the newest travel gizmos on the market is Destinations on Google, a Google search tool that can be used either on the web search or in the Google app on your smartphone, available for iOS and Android. With it, we will be able to access all the specific websites we need to plan every single little detail of our travels.
That's right, and did you know that the internet giant gathered user data that revealed an impressive growth of 50% on travel-related searches done on mobile phones? This comes as no surprise, given the central role our smartphones have on our daily lives. Power at the tip of your fingers, and like you said before, available to us in seconds.
Really, in seconds. In seconds.
It's insane.
We can do everything from our smartphones.
Yeah, I mean, can you remember when you used to go to the travel agency, sit down? How long would that take? Now you can just do it during your lunch break, or you don't even have to leave your office.
Yeah, oh yeah. We have to plan a travel, yes, a trip. What about on-site apps? What tools are there available once you've booked and reached your destination? Well, technological innovation has not left out this particular stage of traveling either. One app that stands out in this area is once again TripAdvisor. Features such as Travel Timeline helps travelers conveniently log and share experiences from their trips by automatically creating a timeline of the places travelers have visited and the photos they have taken at each location. Another important on-site feature of TripAdvisor is Neighborhoods, that allows TripAdvisor users to discover and explore neighborhoods within popular tourist destinations around the world, making it easier to find restaurants, attractions, and accommodations that are perfect for the trip.
New companies are emerging everywhere, especially planned and designed for these new trends, but even widely known and well-established companies are adjusting to this demand. Want to visit a big city but are traveling on a budget? Uber has turned ride-sharing into a new industry and wants to expand from delivering people to delivering goods. Zipcar allows users to rent a car even for as little time as an hour, and avoid the expense of owning company vehicles. These are but a few examples against the myriad of new features companies are launching every day.
You also have Google Translator. It can be a useful tool to support your own more serious language learning, but realistically, it is most useful on a practical level, quickly translating day-to-day words you come across on your travels. For example, I didn't know you can hold your camera up to text, such as a sign or a menu, and Google will translate it for you instantly. It is an essential app for any traveler.
The Timeout app is a great directory of ideas of things to do in cities around the world. With coverage from Accra to Amsterdam, Edinburgh to Singapore, the app covers everything from bars, restaurants, attractions and events. The Event Finder is a particularly useful tool, meaning you'll never struggle to find the most popular concerts, festivals or one-off happenings going on around you. You can also book restaurants and concert tickets through the app and create a customized travel guide for your holiday.
Comprehensive, easy to use, and also playful, Citymapper offers more detailed journey planner information than Google Maps, including real-time departures and disruption alerts, as well as Uber integration and cycle routes. Google may have the upper hand in rural areas, but the harried commuter and the urban dazzle, there's no better way to stay oriented than this. It is available in around 30 cities worldwide, with all the obvious city break destinations covered. Live updates and everything from traffic and diversions to the weather ensure that you won't get cut out. It even tells you how long your journey will take by jetpack. Useless information really, but hopefully something to cheer you up when your train is cancelled.
Wonderful. So now I won't have to be wondering about commute times with my jetpack. The industry is certainly changing, and for the better. Whether you like the proven reliability of big companies or you support the shared economy of fresh new startups, you'll find an app or website that will accommodate your preferences.
Well, this was all for today. Thank you for staying with us. Have a great day. My name is Sofia Rattinger.
And I'm Elliot Bullman. Thanks for joining us. Remember to check us out on all our social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and see our website, MexicoNewsNetwork.com, for more updates. Until next time.